Welcome to a stream from Tales from the Harper's Pub. We occasionally stream drink videos. We thought we'd do something a little bit different and actually do a beer video. So this is my wife, Brittany.
Hello.
She works for a local brewery, which we're going to talk about. Very knowledgeable about beer. And what we've been doing is bringing in seasonal beers from her brewery and other breweries into the session, into the themes of the culture of what's going on, and we were going to talk about some of those things. So we're going to start with Oktoberfest. So we used within the campaign, if you watch the videos, the dwarves, and they were having a fall festival in the Holderheck Mountain, and that was typically in my campaign. Dwarf culture is modeled off of German culture. It's not just first. It's
in general,
the Pantheon is very clearly modeled off of the Northern Pantheon, and excuse me, and so just to add that bit of culture, like in the real world, like many cultures have like a fall celebration or like equinox or a harvest. So we had a fall festival with the dwarves, and then during that session, the players drank Oktoberfest.
Cool. All right. Yeah. So this beer is Hocktoberfest. You technically can drink this beer out of any glass, preferably one that's like a mug the size of your head. But if you don't have that on hand, really any glass will do. This is a fun, just it's in the spirit of it. So Oktoberfest is actually a festival in Munich, Germany that takes place every year, typically within like the third weekend of September to early October. And it's very beer centric. Started to celebrate the Crown Prince of Bavaria's wedding. So in Oktoberfest, it's going to be a very malt heavy beer. It does still have like a crisp finish, super easy drinking, slightly biscuity and bready. But mostly you're gonna get that like caramel kind of sweet. Just take a sip. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
I need a beer.
And I have to be
technically it's a German style Marzen. I should have said that in the beginning. But that is typically the style of beer for an Oktoberfest. Good.
It's delicious. Bib. Cool. Thank you. So yeah, the Harper's Pub.
Great. That's true.
So the second one we have on our list is a pumpkin. So I personally
kind of going in the order of seasonality here. And specifically, we have Pumpking here from Southern Tier. They're out of Lakewood, New York. They're huge. They have other locations as well. I think there's one in Pittsburgh.
Good variety pack.
Yeah. But they really, I mean, they are synonymous with pumpkin beer. Pumpking is an imperial, so it's going to be a little bit higher on the ABV. Yeah. But kind of similar to the Oktoberfest beer, or Marzens, I should say. Pumpkins definitely are more on the malty kind of sweet side. Obviously, pumpkins also have pumpkin spice, cinnamon, clovey, those kinds of like just very warming notes. Just drink what you want.
Yeah.
This one is definitely like I've had some pumpkin beers that are very, very sweet. And like they have their place and that's good. I would say that this one is not, but it's kind of for it being as high in ABV as this, I believe it's 8.6. Yeah, it's distinctly easy. I am a fan of pumpkin beers. But I think that it's having them in October, perfect time. November, that's great. Thanksgiving, stuff like that.
And last but not least, we got the Butcher's Brew. This is going to be a lot different than the other two. I mean, they're all very different, but
yes.
What's the Butcher's Brew?
So Butcher's Brew is also from Sterling Pig Brewery. This is our dark cherry stout. We did go a bit different this year in our season, which in years past we've had a winter warmer, which what you'll probably usually see from a brewery, like in the winter time. That's also very kind of similar to like a pumpkin, I would say, like malty, like cinnamon heavy, clove heavy, but a little bit spicier. Like you might have some like peppercorn, stuff like that. But for this, we were like, let's go just like chocolate, dark, very decadent.
So I actually did a little history research on this one.
Okay.
So
Lay it on me.
Knowledge history.
Okay.
Yeah. So this actually, and I mean, you know, who knows how accurate this is, but this actually dates back to the Vikings. So they, you know, it was very common. Like you would just like we said, the fall festival. You'd also have a winter festival for the solstice, and the Vikings would serve a very strong beer, partially to sort of battle the cold. So it was a stronger. That's probably partially, I'd imagine, tied to some of the
I was
alcohol.
gonna say, yeah.
So it's a strong, they would make like a strong ale for these celebrations in the winter, and then it, you know, slowly permeated throughout European culture.
So with the dark cherry stout, obviously it's not going to be like the clove cinnamon. It's definitely leaning into like dark roasted coffee, dark chocolate. You will get some of that like roasted kind of barley flavor. If you smell it, you can really get like the kind of coffee and chocolate. Yeah, and with this we brewed it actually with tart cherries. And that the longer you actually let this sit out, like room temp, the more that kind of comes through in the back end. So this is definitely on the heavier side. I mean, as far as like in terms of drinkability, I think it's easy drinking. You know, you're not choking it down, because it does have, you know, like not a high ABV, but it is kind of like lingering up there.
I don't want to pound.
Right.
So
no, you want to sit and like
it
hang with this
by the fireplace.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel decadent. You feel cool.
Snow. We just got some snow here. Okay. Well, thank you, Brittany, for guest starring in our beer video.
You're welcome.
We'll continue as we go forward to rope in food and beer and cocktails and all sorts of things into the session. Like I said, really what we're trying to go for is just this, not only just an enjoyable experience for everybody, right? Like who doesn't, to quote Tyrion Lannister, everything's a little bit better with some wine in the belly.
Or beer.
Or beer in the belly. So everyone, you know, it adds a good, relaxing, and fun benefit to the session. We'll continue to do that, continue to showcase videos on how we do that. But thank you to my wife, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Huzzah. Huzzah! Thanks for watching that video. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the like button or ring the bell to subscribe to future notifications. You can also check us out on Twitch, where we stream our campaign every other Sunday at around 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're trying to get to the affiliate level on Twitch, so any viewership or commentary that you can provide to us is super appreciated. And make sure to check the description box below for our social media information. See you at the pub.